Right, so I just took a shower. You can see my hair is still wet. So this video probably is gonna start a little bit different than others. Usually start the video with a little bit of footages showing the running end. But now I said, let's get straight to point. There is one thing I'm afraid of the most of this life. The same thing that I was afraid I was afraid maybe almost 7 years ago when I was 13. I remember I was going to get to bed like it was yesterday in my old apartment, going to bed 13, 7th grade, 10 o'clock, getting to sleep, and just looking at the cell and saying that, Nichita, in 10 years you'll be 23. In 10 years you'll be 23. After that you'll be 25. You'll be 30. You'll be 40. Look how fast the time is passing. And I was 13, by the way. What are you afraid of the most? And I was saying it myself. And my response hasn't changed in 7 years. I am afraid to not be enough. I'm afraid to not offer enough to the society. As those who don't know, I'm a religious person. I'm a person who's afraid of God. I'm afraid of his judgment after life. So why am I talking about God? You see, every human has a purpose of his life. What's yours? For example, mine, I want to offer kindness and love to people around me and people who are not around me. Those people who find hard and rough times in their life and wish to make a change. And it's not only about materialistic part, it's about everything. I really don't care how much money I'm gonna make in future. I more care about making people who are around me happier. I have two brothers, David and Darius. Maybe when they will grow up and will learn English a little bit more, they'll watch this video and will remember what I'm saying. Look guys, I love you to death. And if you're watching this video in 5 years from now, just remember, I love you and I'll be always loving you guys. My purpose as the oldest brother, as the oldest child in the family, is to provide for them in the future. My brothers are 12, I think, I really don't remember. Alright, David is turning 13 and Darius is turning 10 already. Oh my god, they're so big in April. Alright, so they're almost 10 and 13. 2-3 years from now, I'll be 21, 22, they'll be 15 and 13. How would you feel being in that age, having a brother who's 21, 22, and he's so successful, so financially free, so emotional, so has such a big freedom? Wouldn't you be inspired by your brother? Wouldn't you want to be him in the next 5 or 10 years or so? I'm really confident you would say yes. Well, this is what I'm trying to be in the future. I'm trying so much and so hard to be a good fit for them and a good example for them. I'm trying to do so much for them, and not only them, for my friends around me who support me, for my girlfriend, for my family. I'm trying to do so much for them. I would be ashamed if me, who's at 2,000 kilometers away from my family, to become a chump, a dork. I would be ashamed of myself. And I would never forgive me this. That my family trusted me to let me go and build my future. I would never do that. And as I said, this is what I want to do in life. Yes, I want to make a lot of money, buying fancy cars, fancy properties, maybe to go to nice restaurants in a few years from now. I want to do that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a human, I want to take the best out of this life, to go to vacations, I love mountains, I would like to go to mountains, skiing and snowboarding and so on. I would love to have that in the next years. Remember I was saying that I wanted to be a good example for my brothers? Well, it's not only about them. It's about my family, it's about people around me, friends, relatives, strangers that I know and I don't know, and even people who I've never ever met in my life. Let's say Johnny who lives 5,000 kilometers away from me, knowing me and being inspired by what I was doing at this time, at this certain moment, at this stage of life. As to be honest, I ever read Bible for kids when I was in primary school. I remember this exactly moment when God camouflaged himself. He went to a door, he knocked, and there were two people, a man and a woman, poor, just in the poorest class society ever. And God, as he camouflaged himself being someone who doesn't have anything to eat, they welcome him and they even offer him some kind of meat. I don't remember exactly, a meat that they were trying to keep it for the good days, for special days. And they offer him this precious meat, and as he was eating, he saw how kind they are. And you know what he did? He just off all of his camouflage, and when that woman and man, when they saw him, they knew that he was God. Understand how much wealth they got after that. And you see, it's not about how much money you have, it's about what you offer in this society. And this is what I want to offer. And this is why exactly I want to offer in this society. I want to offer kindness in this society. I want to help people. I want to donate money. I want to raise money. I would like in future, I would like in future to run a marathon and to raise money for kids who are in the country that are fighting right now. Just this wars that are currently running in Ukraine, the war between Palestine and Israel. I'm not trying to give my opinion about them because I'm not a historian, and I know I need to study at least 100 hours to fully understand what it's all about. But those poor kids, they didn't do anything wrong. They just wanted to live their lives and be happy. I hope you understand that I'm not messing all of this. I'm not trying to show off, or I'm trying to flabbergast here in order to have some kind of empathy towards me. No, that's not true. All I'm saying is from my pure heart, I know I've mistaken this life, and I'm trying to pay the price. And the last part is I would lie to God. I would never lie to God. I'm trying to be righteous with him as he is with me.